Nothing better than a fireside feast.
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of liquor.
Add plough into the mix and it doesn't get any better.
Luckily, the Commandant's provided it all.
True. Come here, lass. Your uncle's got a story for you.
So long as he can afford to tell it. I'll not lend an ear for less than 10 orens.
Nothing better than a fireside feast.
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of liquor.
Add plough into the mix and it doesn't get any better.
Luckily, the Commandant's provided it all.
True. Come here, lass. Your uncle's got a story for you.
So long as he can afford to tell it. I'll not lend an ear for less than 10 orens.
Huh?
Nothing better than a fireside feast.
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of liquor.
Add plough into the mix and it doesn't get any better.
Luckily, the Commandant's provided it all.
True. Come here, lass. Your uncle's got a story for you.
So long as he can afford to tell it. I'll not lend an
Don't
ear
you
for less
traipse
than
around
10
here.
orens.
Don't you traipse around here.
Tend
to the ballista, Geralt.
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of liquor.
Add plough into the mix and it doesn't get any better.
Luckily, the Commandant's provided it all.
True. Come here, lass. Your uncle's got a story. Sniffing
Oh,
around like
So long
dogs
as
in
he
a
can afford
rubbish
to
dump.
tell it. I'll not lend an ear for less than 10 orens.
Sniffing around like dogs in a rubbish dump. Nothing better than a fireside feast.
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of liquor.
Add plough into the mix and it doesn't get
What do you need, ugly?
I wanted to surprise my friend, the sad-looking guy by the ballista.
Some idiot wanted me to read him poems recently. Extravagance, as I say it. I didn't like it.
I was thinking of something a little more traditional.
What would you have me do?
Just go with your specialty.
All right, it'll be my standard rate.
Draw him away from the ballista while you're at it.
Slap me hard and call me stupid. Trying to put one by me? That'll cost you more.
How's that?
Surcharge on special requests. Those are the rules.
Let me think it over.
I'll not show you so much as a tip for that.
A favor for a favor?
There is one thing you could do for me.
And that is?
Myron and Alphonse, two of Laredo's thugs. Give him a good thrashing, and I'll even blow...
I stirred up enough trouble as it is during the execution.
No need to stir trouble. Just humiliate them some ways.
Consider it done. Myron and Alphonse.
Teach them a lesson yet?
Not just yet.
Luckily, the Commandant's provided it all.
True. Come here, lass. Your uncle's got a story for you.
Luckily, the Commandant's provided it all.
True.
They
Come
say
here, lass.
witches have
Your
no
uncle's got
need
a
to
story
plough.
for you.
So
Did
long
you
as
know
he can
that?
afford to tell it. I'll not lend an ear for
I
less
don't
than-
like freaks.
And I don't like oafish no-necks.
What do you want, mutants?
To try my luck. Arm wrestling.
I'm gonna crush you, mutant.
Save the boasting till later. Let's do this.
Nothing better than a fireside feast.
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of liquor.
Add plough into the mix and...
I hate mutants like you.
I know, I know.
Luckily, the Commandant's provided it all.
True. Come here, lass. Your uncle's got a story for you.
So long as he can afford to tell it. I'll not lend an ear for less than
Did you
10
hear?
orens.
2 big shots arrived.
Got strength enough for another round?
Always.
Haven't had this good a time in ages.
That's true.
You know this one. A little lad was skipping down the path. Plough all. Along came a dwarf and kicked him in the arse. Plough all. Oh, you are fat, dirty, rotten scum. Plough all. Do that again, and I'll...
I hate mutants like you.
I know, I know.
You've had your song. Care for some real diversion?
Myron and Alphonse.
Teach them a lesson yet?
Not just yet.
Nothing better than a fireside feast.
Except a fireside feast with copious
I don't
amounts
like
of liquor.
strangers.
Add plough into the mix and it doesn't...
Luckily, the Commandant's provided it all.
True. Come here, lass. Your uncle's got a story for you.
What you want, old man?
I was looking for a rematch. Let's do this.
So long as he can afford to tell it. I'll not lend an ear for less than 10 orens.
Haven't had this good a time in ages.
Damn the dogs! The old man got me. I need to eat. Build up a bit.
That's true.
You know this one. A little lad was skipping down the path. Plough all. Along...
Myron and Alphonse.
Teach them a lesson yet?
Of course.
All right. I'm off to give the boys some diversion.
Oh, them all!
You've had your song. Care for some real diversion?
Care for a little diversion, brave one?
Nothing better than a fireside feast.
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of liquor.
Won't be any worse.
Add plough into the mix and it doesn't get any better.
Luckily, the Commandant's provided it all.
True. Come here, lass. Your uncle's got a story for you.
So long as he can afford to tell it. I'll not lend an ear for less than 10 orens.
Haven't had this good a time in ages.
That's true.
You know this one. A little lad was skipping down the path. Plough all. Along came a dwarf and kicked him in the arse. Plough all.
Laredo's busy with that witch Sheila. Come back later.
Geralt, let's wait downstairs in the yard.
You've had your song. Care for some real diversion?
Yes?
Do we wait until the Honorable Lady is done with the Venerable Hick?
Waste of time. Looks like a good number of Flotsam's town watchmen are here. We should look around. Did you see that arbalist behind the house? I'll get his attention. Give him something to think about. Why don't you find out what they're guarding so closely?
My apologies, gentlemen. I could not help overhearing your conversation.
What do you want?
In point of fact, it's a matter for the Witcher. I have an offer.
An offer? Interesting.
I suspect you did not come to Flotsam for pleasure alone.
You suspect right.
Do you know about the monster in the river?
Might have heard something.
I expect someone will hire you to deal with it sooner or later. Thus, I presume that...
Stop presuming, expecting, and concluding. Just tell me what you want.
Our honored host is in possession of part of a trap, built especially for the beast in question.
Go on.
Around back, there's a storage area where Laredo keeps the treasures he confiscates from merchants and travelers. There are heaps of things out there.
Let me guess. You know exactly where I need to look.
Precisely. I saw Laredo's men carrying the contraption across the garden in a crate. They placed it on a platform by the wall, beyond which lies the craftsman's district.
Why are you telling me?
Why? We need to be rid of the beast as soon as possible. Good luck.
All right. I'll distract the guard. You sneak behind the house.
Brilliant as ever.
Flowing squirrels. I'd put them in their place.
You're all talk. Prove it. I
Soldier,
doubt anyone would
report to
stop
me
you.
immediately.
We're too soft on them, that's the problem. Soldiers are bored. The garrison's thinning.
Now you're talking. We don't
What do you
need to
want?
look for the square
Shut
tail.
it, soldier. Have respect for your superiors or spend the rest of your life on the king's galley.
Apologies, sir. I didn't realise.
Relish killing the elven
As I see it, the entire garrison
So?
could use a lesson in discipline.
brats
Isn't that
turn
right?
into squirrels.
Sir!
And once the women
the
are gone,
attitude, soldier.
there'll be no more brats.
Talking bollocks or I'll go.
In Flotsam, we cut the hands off thieves.
I was looking for the privy.
You're lucky the Commandant wants to see you. Come on!
Commandant, sir. We caught the Witcher sneaking around the garden.
Bring him in and leave.
Yes, sir.
We were just discussing a certain matter. You here on business too?
The Commandant wanted to see me.
In that case, I shall leave you to it.
Finally!
They didn't want to let me in while the sorceress was here.
Did you see her? Made up like a whore on parade day. They think they can do anything, those sorceresses. I heard what happened in Temeria. You know your name's on a warrant. It's unfortunate, though nothing that should impede our dealings. See, I'm the law round here, and the law needs to know what the legendary White Wolf's doing in this cesspit.
I'm looking for the man responsible for Foltest's death.
Here?
I know the Scoia'tael had a hand in it too. It's their trail I followed to Flotsam.
Lucky you found Bernard Laredo, then. If you're telling the truth, Yorvet's got raw blood on his hands. I can help you find him.
What about Vernon Roach? Why didn't you let him in?
Roach? Know the aura that surrounds him? Men like him act first and think later. And when they act, almost inevitably innocent blood flows. I trust you're on our side.
Whose side is that?
That of the people of Flotsam, of course. Terrorized by the elven bandits for years now.
My enemy's enemy is my friend. We barely escaped with our lives the last time we ran into Yorvith.
Damn squirrels draw ever nearer.
What about the elves and dwarves in the trading post? The smiths, peddlers, and hunters? They eat with you, sleep among you. Whose side are they on?
Hell if I know. That's my point, Witcher. When you fight for survival, you need to be sure who your friends are. The non-humans in Flotsam, sure, they eat, fuck, shit among us. But when Yorveth sounds the battle horns, who knows what they'll do.
They haven't proved their loyalty already, placing walls between Yorvith and themselves?
They understand that bandit, Witcher. They share his language, his methods, his beliefs. We let them live among us, but we watch them. One night, they just might cut our throats and open the gates.
Talk like that makes me sick.
You're a Witcher. Your job is to protect the simpletons from monsters. I protect them from the danger that lurks amongst the trees.
I see where this is going.
Yorvith's no better than a monster that attacks those who go out to gather kindling. Matter of fact, he's worse. He's smarter and crueler.
How do we get him?
I don't want you to kill him. Even you don't have a hope against his entire force. I've an idea, but I'd rather not go into it now. The squirrels are up to something. Every night their scouts come closer. I suspect they plan to attack the barge moored in the port.
What's on the barge?
You mean who? Bandits, murderers, rapists. On their way to the dungeons at Drakenborg. As soon as...
Their infamous leader joins them. The cherry on the cake, and Bernard Laredo's crown trophy.
Couldn't have put it better myself. As long as Yorvith remains free, humans, elves, and dwarfs will live alongside each other in deep distrust. I've got to learn what the pointy-eared rat is planning.
How am I supposed to get that information?
You underestimate me, Witcher. True, I have my prejudices, but I'm not blinded by them. Take your friend Zoltan, for instance. He contacted Yorvith.
How can Zoltan help if he can't go outside the walls?
Step by step, Geralt. That's how you build trust. You could start by tending to a problem we have. A beast. The Kairan has blocked all boat traffic. I'm losing tolls. That is, the trading post is losing revenue. Kill the Kairan and I'll declare your friends acquitted of their crimes. Then Zoltan can take you to see Yorvith.
I'll see what I can find out.
You stir up storms wherever you go. I actually believe you'll bring peace to Flotsam. Don't disappoint this town, Geralt. Farewell.
No passage. Entry only on the Commandant's express orders. Off you go.
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of liquor.
Add flour into the mix and it doesn't get any better.
Luckily, the Commandant's provided it all.
Turned me away at the door, the bastard.
We'll meet later. Don't forget your weapons on the way out.
I tell him I'm taking your pouch. Or your pouch.
Lads, I was thinking.
About what, new boy?
Maybe we ought to try some honest work from time to time.
How many more can there be?
Stop it with those false alarms, Witcher. Careful there.
Hello. Piss off, Jester.
I wonder what's left of that wreck Cedric mentioned.
If the Karen attacked the boat, it's not likely to be much. We're looking for traces of the beast, not boats. How's it living with Roach's soldiers?
Splendid. I know every shit joke that anyone's ever thought up. Plus, I've learned how to burp out the official title of the Emperor of Nilfgaard without reaching for beer. Shorty's told me about his 16 children, all named after Temerian troop divisions, and I know his nickname has nothing to do with his manhood. Nice to know that you care, though.
Glad to see you in a good mood.
I think I actually like them. They're good people. One of them even proposed to me.
Who's the brave man?
Sorry, that's a secret.
And here I thought Roach's boys had an ounce of respect for me. The massacre in Rivia, it came back to me, I remember. The angry mob murdering non-humans, a young boy with a pitchfork.
Anything else?
Death, or a state close to it, I'm not sure. I felt life draining out of me.
I was there. I arrived a moment later. Too late.
Don't worry, Triss. They're only memories. We have bigger problems to tackle now. Something tells me that in recovering my memory, I'll find out a lot about what we're dealing with now. See those footprints?
Yeah. Strange place for an evening walk.
Unless you're looking for adventure. My medallion. How's it living with Roach's soldiers?
Splendid. I know every shit joke that anyone's ever thought up. Plus, I've learned how to burp out the official title of the Emperor of Nilfgaard without reaching for beer. Shorty's told me about his 16 children, all named after Temerian troop divisions, and I know his nickname has nothing to do with his manhood. Nice to know that you care, though.
Glad to see you in a good mood.
I think I actually like them. They're good people. One of them even proposed to me.
Who's the brave man?
Sorry, that's a secret.
And here I thought Roach's boys had an ounce of respect for me. The massacre in Rivia, it came back to me, I remember. The angry mob murdering non-humans, a young boy with a pitchfork.
Anything else?
Death, or a state close to it, I'm not sure. I felt life draining out of me.
I was there. I arrived a moment later. Too late.
Don't worry, Triss. They're only memories. We have bigger problems to tackle now. Something tells me that in recovering my memory, I'll find out a lot about what we're dealing with now. See those footprints?
Yeah, strange place for an evening walk.
Unless you're looking for adventure. My medallion. Nice to run into some old friends.
Almost brings a tear to your eye.
Let's examine the traces of the Kayran and get out of here.
Wait a minute.
What are you going to do?
Cast a simple diagnostic spell. It should answer a few questions. This monster's sick, Geralt. It's dying.
How much time does it have left?
A few years? Perhaps a decade and change?
Too long. What's wrong with it? Any information could be useful.
The diagnostic spell showed that some of the cells in its body have mutated.
What else?
The Kayran's highly venomous.
Any ideas for an antidote?
Your Witcher's metabolism should neutralize small doses of the toxin. But if I were you, I wouldn't rely on my mutations alone. An Osmerk potion should do the trick.
I know the herb, but haven't the faintest where I might find it around here. I need to figure out how I want to fight the Kayran. Maybe I won't need the potion.
Do what you will, but don't say I didn't warn you. Sheila might be eager to get this done, but before you go see her, ask some of the locals about Osmerk. You could try Cedric. Here's the formula for the potion. I need to take care of some things. Manage without me for a while?
Mm-hmm.
See you.
Wanted to see a vista, eh?
Cedric, I need some ostmerk. It's a rare variety of moss, grows underground.
I know it. There are some caves to the south, deep in the woods. If ostmerk grows anywhere in the area, it will be there.
Got to blow up this nest. I've got to blow up this nest. I've got to blow up this nest. Take that. I've got to blow up this nest. Got to blow up this nest.
Behave yourself. Do that again, and I'll get angry. Understood? I've conveyed what I was to convey. Now leave me be, please.
But that doesn't make any sense.
Greetings.
Disperse! Go home!
Behave yourself, Witcher.
Good to see you, Zoltan. What are you doing so far from home?
It's a dog's life, Geralt, I'll tell you that much. You work your fingers to the bone for 6 years, you listen to the tirades of that old tyrant Breckenrig, you buy jewels. Then she breaks off the engagement. And there I was, learning a gavotte. Fuck it. Out of sight, out of mind. Farewell to Eudora, the forge in Novigrad, and all the world's Breckenrigs. I'm a plain merchant, and I've made my peace with that.
I spoke to the Commandant. The future hardly looks bright for the non-humans in Flotsam.
That fucker's only waiting for an excuse. One small provocation by Orvith and he'll attack us.
How do you know?
Heard it by chance. Saw him walking through the port one night, talking to himself, that batty bastard. He mentioned a new order and a world for humans only. He laughed and shouted curses at the prison barge. The scum is up to something. Orvith must sense it. He's doing everything not to provoke Laredo, but his Scoia'tael might have a different opinion and less restraint.
Yet another Witcher.
Expected that.
Left hook! Look, people!
Just pretend you don't see me. Don't look him in the eyes. Never. Punches lights out!
We have sinned, forgive us. Only the gods may endure the trials before.
Left hook! Watch out for the left hook!
Ever heard of doing it Witcher and Strigged style?
No, tell me.
Down the flat, tries to get it on, falls fast asleep, and she wakes up a virgin in the morning.
Left hook! Watch out for the
I
left
only
hook!
worked as hard as I don't want to.